Hello. Um, I have a bit of a different video today. I'm going to be ranking different artists' designs of epic characters. I have five characters and five artists I will be looking at. The five characters I will be looking at are Athena, Poseidon, Aeolus, Circe, and Hermes. And the five artists will be Gigi, Wolfie the Witch, Murchie, Annie and Crashite. Now, I'm not saying any of their designs are bad. I think all of them are amazing, but there are some that I like better than others. First up is Athena. For fifth place, I have Gigi's design of Athena. I think this design is very good. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It just doesn't really stand out that much, which there's nothing wrong with that. I still think it's a good design, but compared to the other ones, I like this one the least. In fourth place, I have Wolfie the Witch's design. This design is a little bit basic, but I like it slightly better than Gigi's because it feels really intimidating despite it being a basic design. Like look at this shot, like of her and Odysseus. Like look how like tall and imposing she is, and also the size of the plume on her helmet like really helps like make her feel imposing. In third place, I have Crashite's Athena design. I really like how she looks in this animatic. The feathers on her helmet like really make her stand out. But a detail I really like is in their God Games animatic, where when she's being like serious and like harsh, her helmet like obscures her face. But when she's being like calm, like when she says, "Please reconsider this," you can actually see her face, which I think is a neat detail. In second place, I have Annie design of Athena. Um, I really like this design. It makes her look really intimidating, just like Wolfie's design. But this one isn't just intimidating. Like this one is actually kind of terrifying. Like in their God Games animatic with Aphrodite and Ares, like she like turns into snakes or something. I don't know much about Greek mythology, so I don't know why she turns into snakes, but I mean it's pretty terrifying.
Also, why is everyone in Annie's God Games animatic so hot?
In first place for Athena, I have Murchie's design. Like everything about this design is incredible. Like the little owl symbols like on her shoulders and the like long flowy dress. But the thing I like most is her helmet because it's not really a helmet, it's more of a mask that also has a plume somehow, but I really like it. And also, I'm just now realizing her mask is shaped like an owl with its wings stretched out, and that is incredible. And speaking of wings, in Murchie's animatics with Athena, like whenever she has her wings spread out, it looks insane. But yeah, Murchie has my favorite Athena design. The next character I'll be looking at is Poseidon. Now, out of these five artists, only three of them have a Poseidon design. In third place for Poseidon, I have Annie design. Um, Now, this design, uh, I like it. However, the like normal human looking form of him is really basic. Like he just has a robe. But in the animatic, when he turns into that giant horse monster and kills Odysseus's men, that is really cool and terrifying. But like his normal design is pretty basic. In second place for Poseidon, I have Wolfie the Witch. This design is really interesting because it takes something that multiple people have done for Poseidon, but this one like really amplifies it because there are multiple animatics where Poseidon like turns into water, but in this one he's like actually made of water, and it it kind of gives you the sense that like he's not just the god of the sea, but like he is the sea, which I think is really cool. And in first place for Poseidon, I have Gigi's design. This one is just incredible. Like the like octopus tentacles coming out of his robe and like the weird like rock arm look really sick. And then when he like gets like ginormous and all of the like tentacles are grabbing at the ships, that is like that's pretty sick. And also I really like his facial expressions in that animatic. Like when Odysseus opens the bag and he is just like, huh? The next character we're looking at is Aeolus. In third place for Aeolus, I have Murchie's design. Now, despite this one being in last place, I still really like it. Like, it looks really pretty and almost makes it look like Aeolus is like actually a cloud, which I mean, all of them do, but this one like really looks like a cloud. One detail I like is the spirals on her cheeks because usually when like a wind god is depicted in like art or something, it's usually like a bunch of swirls like in the shape of a face, like blowing wind and stuff, which I think looks really cool. In second place for Aeolus, I have Gigi's design, which is probably the most well known. I really like this design because it makes Aeolus seem childlike almost. It kind of reminds me of the collector from the Owl House, where both characters are like gods, but they like treat everything they do as if it's like for fun, which is really like emphasized in this design. I also really like her pants. I think those look cool. And in first place for Aeolus is Crashite. I really like her outfit in this one because like the long sleeves and dress like make her look like really flowy in the wind. But the thing that like really like makes this design the best one in my opinion is they made the winions her hair, which is just that's genius. Next character we're looking at is Circe. Now, for Circe, I only have 4 designs on this list. Murchie technically has a Circe design, but it was for a official animatic, and also you can like barely see the design anyway. So I don't know. In fourth place for Circe, I have Crashite's design. This design is really pretty, and I like it, but there's not really anything that makes it stand out. It's pretty simple. In third place, I have Wolfie the Witch's design. This design is also pretty simple, but I like how intimidating she seems in this animatic. You can tell like why the men would fall for her, but you can also tell like how like scary she actually is. And side note, I really like how in this animatic the pigs are like trapped in a painting, which I think is interesting, but that has nothing to do with the design. But yeah, anyway. In second place is Annie Flamma's design. I really like how pretty her dress looks in this design, but also like when she like turns into the giant like fish monster, that is that's pretty awesome. Again, I don't know anything about Greek mythology, so I don't know why she turns into a fish monster, but it's pretty cool.
And bonus points for being the only Circe that gets naked.
In first place for Circe, I have Gigi's design. Um, I think this design is like the like most pretty design for her. The braided hair looks really cool, and also these like marks on her abdomen. I think that's like another like fish like feature. Again, I don't know why she is connected to fish, but it looks really cool. The final character looking at is Hermes. In third place for Hermes, I have Crashite's design. Um, Again, nothing wrong with it. It's just pretty basic and it doesn't really stand out from the others, but I still like it. In second place is Wolfie the Witch's design. This design is really interesting because it's the only Hermes design that I've seen that makes him kind of scary, which is odd because like usually people portray him as like a cool guy, but this one like really like emphasizes his like trickster role, even though it's only for a few seconds, but I really like it. And in first place for Hermes, I have Gigi's design. I love this design so much. I really like when people incorporate sunglasses into Hermes design. And this design kind of like blends the sunglasses into the helmet design, which I think is really sick. Also in this design, he like looks really pretty, which I think is cool. So yeah, that's my ranking of the Hermes designs. So yeah, that was my ranking of the different uh character designs by different artists. Athena was the only character to have a design by all five artists, and Gigi was the only artist to have a design for all five of those characters. Originally, I was going to include like human characters, but most of their designs are pretty similar. But anyway, I'm really excited for the Thunder Saga, which should come out the week that this video is posted.